Did you know that 60% of people who make $100,000 plus a year are hanging out on Instagram, and that 25% of people are swiping up on sponsored stories? So why aren't more businesses advertising on Instagram? Hello, it's where the people with money are hanging out. You're gonna wanna stay tuned for this one because I'm gonna share my favorite app that helps me create eye-catching Instagram story video ads that currently are only costing me 70 cents a click.
Running Instagram ads for business has worked for me, Elise Darma, in collecting 53,265 leads last year to my free Instagram masterclass, all through strategic paid advertising.
I'm Elise Darma, and I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs, freelancers, and creators like yourself use Instagram to grow their business. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create an Instagram story ad in 2019. Quick heads up, I'm gonna go deep on advertising your business on Instagram in today's video, but I know I'm not going to be able to cover everything. Marketing your business takes continual learning, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you never miss one of my future trainings on how to market your business on Instagram. To run an ad on Instagram stories, first, you're gonna need your content, like duh. What is your target audience going to feel compelled to swipe up on? This is really important. You need to put yourself in the shoes of your target audience. Is it gonna be a photo? Is it gonna be a video? What's gonna get them to stop, pay attention, and swipe up on your ad? Instagram is a visual platform, so you have a few options of visuals that you can run as ads. One could just be a photo or a graphic. One could be a 15-second video, or you can run 3 pieces of media together in one carousel post. A photo story ad will show as a single story and will stay on screen for up to 5 seconds. A video will play up to 15 seconds, and a carousel ad will allow you to stitch 3 pieces of media together. It can be all photos, all videos, or a mix. Now, what's the quickest way to get an ad up in Instagram stories? Well, it's just basically running a photo or a graphic as an ad. The graphic you can make up in Canva, and the photo you can decorate in your own Instagram stories app, save it to your camera roll, and then run that as an ad. However, the most engaging type of ad is video. So if you have a little bit more time, I highly recommend to create a video ad to run in your Instagram stories. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my favorite video editing app called Swish. So to get started with this demo, I'm going to need to film my video ad. To start filming my ad, I'm going to open up my Instagram app, open up the camera, and film directly inside of Instagram. We're all hanging out on Instagram these days, right? Here we are. But how do you actually use the app to grow your business? My name's Elise Darma, and I'm sharing a free masterclass on how to grow your business today in 2019. Swipe up to catch it. Nailed it.
Nice.
So now that my 15-second video is saved, I'm going to hit the save button in the upper menu, and it's going to save to my camera roll. This is key because I need this 15-second video to bring over into the Swish app. Once you're inside Swish, take a look at all the many templates you have access to start building your video ad. So you can check out their favorites, or you can look at different categories like education, real estate, food, or travel. So for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to scroll down and choose one of the templates and preview what this ad might look like. Here's the square version, but because we're dealing with an Instagram story ad, we want the 9:16 option. So I'm going to choose this project template. First thing I want to do is replace the clip that I filmed inside of this ad. So I'm going to head to the clip option and I'm going to choose replace. I'm going to go to videos where I can find the video that I just filmed. This is the ad that I just filmed on my Instagram stories. Hit close. Then I want to go to music. I want to replace the music that they have for this ad with the audio from the clip that I filmed. So this is key. So now that I've turned this feature on, I'm going to hit done, and now we can preview what we're looking at. We're all hanging out on Instagram these days. So you can see that that's the first frame, this is the second frame, this is the third, and this is the fourth. Obviously, I'm going to have to edit this text to be relevant to my ad. Now that I've gone through all the frames and I've added in some real jazzy text to make it interesting to watch, you can go ahead and hit the preview button and you're going to be able to watch your entire ad in full. We're all hanging out on Instagram these days, right? Here we are. But how do you actually use the app to grow your business? My name's Elise Darma and I'm sharing a free masterclass on how to grow your business today in 2019. Swipe up. Once you're happy with your ad, you're going to hit the share button and then the save button. And what it's going to do is save to your camera roll. All right, now that we've made our ad with Swish, we're going to head back to our Instagram account. One thing I want to show you right away is when you're on your account, there's a promotions button, especially if you're a business account. Don't hit that button. Don't try to run an ad from the promotions button. That's almost equivalent to hitting the boost button. And in 2019, hitting the boost button just doesn't give you enough options that you need in order to make your ad effective. So now that our ad is created, what we're actually going to do is send it over to our desktop and we are going to use Ads Manager to run this Instagram story ad.
All right, here we are in Ads Manager. So all I've done is hit this green create button and this window has popped up. This is where we're going to enter in the basics of our campaign. So what you want to do first is give your campaign a name. Then you're going to choose the objective. This is where you see traffic selected. Then you're going to set your budget. And then we're going to get into the ad set and then what the actual ad is as well. Before we start into this process, I just want to show you switch to guided creation. If you're feeling a little new to running ads, this is actually how I got my training originally, by following this system. So Facebook makes it a bit easier to set up your very first ad. I'm going to jump back to quick creation to show you how I quickly set up Instagram story ads. All right, so let's give our campaign a new name. In terms of the buying type, I always leave it at auction, but the campaign objective always changes depending on my needs here. So typically I run campaigns to drive traffic, so that's to drive clicks to my landing page, or I'll choose conversion, so that's to get people from my landing page to my thank you page. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to choose traffic just because setting up a conversion ad requires a few more steps. So in this case, we're going to be looking to drive as many clicks as possible to our landing page for as low of a price as possible. So we'll set our campaign objective to traffic. I'm not going to turn on campaign budget optimization right now. And let's just copy our campaign name over to our ad set name and our ad name. And that's it. You're going to go ahead and then hit save to draft. Now that we've started our campaign, you can see that it's in draft mode and we have these red errors, meaning this campaign is not ready to run. That's because we haven't given Facebook enough information. All we've filled in is the campaign name and we have selected our objective to be traffic. Remember, that's to drive clicks. So this is the campaign level. Let's go down to the ad set level. Now this is the step before your actual ad, and this is where you choose who you want to see your ad. So this is like my favorite part of setting up an ad because you have a lot of options. First of all, you have your budget option. So let's start our daily budget at $20 and let's give it a start date of now. And let's not give it an end date. We're just going to run it ongoing and see how it does. This is where the fun happens, where you can actually choose your audience. So when it comes to what I'm promoting, which is my free masterclass, what would be great is to promote this to my warm audience. So for example, I want to get in front of anyone who's engaged with my Instagram. I want to get in front of anyone who's engaged with my Facebook page. I also want to target my email list, and I also want to target my website traffic. So that's what I call my warm audience. Anyone who has fallen into those audiences. And then as you get further down, I can actually choose which country I want to target. So Canada is selected by default. We can also choose anyone in the United States. We can also choose anyone in the United Kingdom and Australia. Those are typically the top 4 that I choose when I'm targeting my audience. Now, this is all a custom audience. They're warm, they've interacted with me in some way, but you do have the option of getting more specific. So let's say I only want 22-year-old to 45-year-old women to see these ads. So you can say that my daily estimates get a little bit smaller because we're getting a little bit more specific. That's typically as detailed as I get in my targeting. You could go next level and like target anyone who's interested in Instagram, for example, but because my audience is already customized to my warm audience, I just let Facebook do its thing and find the best people who are going to click on the landing page. So that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of placements, because this is specific to Instagram stories, you do want to hit edit placement and you want to deselect feeds because you don't want it to go into the feeds. You just want to select Instagram stories here. And so I'm going to deselect all the rest. So you're totally allowed to just choose one area. And in this case, the only one I've selected is Instagram story because we created the ad for that specific reason. In terms of the rest of this ad set, we are optimizing this ad for link clicks. So we want people to click on the link. So we'll leave that one as is. And that's it in terms of all your options in the ad set. We're not going to hit publish yet because we still need to take care of this error, which is loading in our ad. So let's get to our ad. All right, so the very first thing is to choose your correct Facebook page. And if I can find mine, there we go. Then there's my Instagram account, which is attached to the page. So that's important. You want to be running the ad from your correct Instagram profile, especially when you're like me and you have multiple accounts. The next section is you're going to create your ad. So because we've already filmed our ad in Swish, what I'm going to do here is choose add media and choose add video. I've already sent it to my desktop. So in this case, I'm just going to go to upload video and find the video ad, which is right here. And Facebook's now going to go ahead and upload that ad. Our ad is up. We already get a little preview, but we're not done yet because we need to tell Facebook or Instagram what link to lead people to. So I'm going to lead people to instagrowthboss.com, which is the sign up page of my masterclass. I don't like to put text in an Instagram story ad because as you can see, we built that into the Swish video already. So I'm going to leave this blank. And then the only thing I really need to fill in is the URL. I do have the option of changing the call to action button here. So learn more is the default. You can also make it sign up. So let's try sign up. And that's pretty much it. You want to make sure that your correct pixel is attached to this ad, which is the very last step. If you'd like to preview the ad, you can see what it's going to look like in Instagram stories. And of course, if you chose any other place to place it, you would see a preview here. But because we only chose Instagram stories, we're just going to see a preview of it there. That's pretty much it. You can go through and double check your entire ad. We've got our video. It's less than 15 seconds, which is perfect. We've got the link that we're leading people to. We've got our call to action. We've got our correct tracking set up. That is it. Now we're going to hit the publish button and we're going to let Facebook review the post. Once it's been reviewed, it's going to start running. So let's hit the publish button.
If you like this video and you want even more Instagram growth tactics for your business, hey, I have a free masterclass for you. You saw me just create an ad for it. Head to the link right below this video. I'm going to teach you what's working today on how to grow your business on Instagram in 2019. To ease and revenue, I'll see you in the next video. Do you want to use Instagram to grow your business online? Do a couple takes if you need. We're all using Instagram these days. Move along, let's try it again. We all know that Instagram is the hottest social media platform today. No, let's do it again. Okay. We're all hanging out on Instagram these days, right? Nailed it.